I'm an early bird and I'm a night owl, so I'm wise and I have worms.
Refresh yourselves. Refresh yourselves. Refresh yourselves.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi and welcome. How's everyone doing today? I am, as many of you know, dying. But not quite as actively anymore. I've caught my breath. I'm ready to become a person. Hi, Mochi. How are you? Hello, everyone. Glad to see you're not dead yet. Good. Yes. Indeed. And okay, I have to count up how many sippies you guys have redeemed since I started. 1, 2, 3 sippies. Wahoo! A 1 sip, a 2 sip, and a 3. But yes, I am indeed not dead, which is really good. But in addition to not being dead, I'm also now the proud owner of a brand new desk. So that's really exciting. So this entire week is going to be just an adventure in me rearranging my entire apartment. Everything from top to bottom is going to be different. Maybe. It all depends on where I decide to put things. Because there are only so many spots in my little apartment where things can go and be good and functional. And like my big pain point is my TV and the location of it. Because I like the fact that I can see it from my kitchen, but if I move it anywhere else in this apartment, I will not be able to see it from my kitchen. But I'm like, oh, but what if I want to put my new desk there instead? It's a whole adventure. But it's really exciting. It's great. This is like the best Christmas present. Shout out to my dad, who helped me out. But yeah. Well, okay, I cannot put my TV in my kitchen because it is larger than my kitchen. So that's not gonna work. That thing needs to be out. But yes, so I am the proud owner of a brand new desk. It is a standing desk as well, height adjustable. So that's extra exciting. That thing was a bitch to get up here. So yeah, it's we'll see how good we are at putting everything together later. We'll either do that tonight or we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know. I didn't really get a lot of sleep last night, so I'm probably going to end my stream, whenever we finish up here and then go to bed. So we'll see. We'll see how things go. But yeah, I'm excited to get started on some stuff. Some WorldEmber. Final days. These are the final days. What are we going to work on? What are we going to do? And that, my friends, is all up to you. And I have my magic wand, my hairbrush of truth. We're gonna figure out what we want to do today. Oh, my laptop does not like Stream and Krita playing at the same time. Oh no. But yeah, so we have a lot of stuff that we've been working on lately. A couple new articles actually that I started this week. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see exactly what we get up to. But I'm gonna pop open my progress page so I can share some of the creations that I've been most excited about this past week. Oh, minute 30 ad, icky. Yeah, that'll happen, unfortunately. But let me see. Yeah, ad in progress. But didn't we just have an ad like 10 minutes ago? Another ad. Oh no. Yeah, the ads are forever. It seems like. Let's get some. Let's adjust my little window here. You will not see my madness. But yeah. So here's our little progress page. We'll go into some of these. Some of these you know well, like my little primer. I say little, it's almost 3,000 words. But still. So I'm currently at, I'm just making sure that all the progress is correct. I'm at 11,500 words, almost 600. And that's pretty sick. I've kind of set myself like a little mini goal of hitting 15K by the end of this week. You know, not required. It is not required. And welcome back, Mochi. Okay, we're just having a look at my little progress page. Yeah, it's a good goal. I think it's a pretty comfy, cozy goal. It just depends on how many new articles I want to write, you know? But there are at least 2 articles that I definitely want to write before the end of this week. And these are 2 articles that I've specifically like kind of set aside for challenges, or you know, like the unofficial challenges that are going on right now. So I want to make a bird for Mochi's challenge, and I want to make a condition for Kato's challenge. These are 2 articles that I definitely want to write. Yes, a bird. So we'll see how far that gets us. I'd love to beef up at least a couple more of the articles that I already have. That'd be really nice. You know, like Vajra's still at under 1,000. So is Pantheon of the New Age. And yes, so I made a new article for the shard of Atreus that is worshipped in our Savella. Because I figure there's enough information about the base god and the shard of him that I'm like, yeah, they can be separate articles. Because especially if I start adding additional shards of these gods, these articles are just going to get huge. So no, we'll just separate them. It's fine. And so I'll just pop open some of these. We see Atreus Strength Incarnate. This is the god at his base. This is the incarnate version. And I don't know, I've been having fun with the idea of having kind of like a different but similar set of tenets. Oh my gosh, and hi, ECC Books, welcome. Thank you for the raid. More books! More books! Yes! How are you? What are you working on today? Give a little shout out. Everyone here, I'm sure you already know ECC Books. Wait, did I not follow you? What the fuck? Well, everyone, including myself, should go follow ECC Books. Chris is a fantastic human being. And we're working on WorldEmber today, so you're welcome to come hang out while we do stuff. Oh my god, that's bizarre. I kind of wondered why I never got notifications from you. And that's why. But yeah, we're looking over some of the articles that I've been working on this week. Oh, you got to go. Have fun stream. Have fun, Mochi. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're looking at some of the articles that I've been working on this week. I'm gonna make some plans for what else I want to work on today, tomorrow, the next day, Sunday. We have 4 days left, my friends. Kind of, technically. We have today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday morning. And that's it. That's all of WorldEmber. From there, we're finished. Oh. And if I'm coughing a little bit, don't mind me. I'm dying. Packages are heavy, and getting them up 3 flights of stairs is... Yeah, so I have been playing with this idea for these gods of having tenets that are similar but different, kind of altered, just in the image of one, like, fractured shard of this main god. So for every shard of Atreus, the tenets are going to sound very similar, but there's going to be some, like, key changes in the wording, maybe some additions, maybe some subtractions, some different words, different phrases, saying the same thing but phrasing it differently, like that kind of thing. To ultimately have the same set of tenets, but with a different vibe, a different feeling, a different focus, perhaps. So that's exactly what we have here. So Atreus, at his base, his first tenet is show no mercy to the forces of evil. Do not permit threats to your home to remain therein. Atreus the Purifier says, show no mercy to the forces of evil. Seek evil where it breeds and flush it out. So the first one is like, hey, if there are threats in your home, be sure to just, get rid of them. Show no mercy to evil. The Purifier says, whether you see that evil or not, find it and get rid of it. He's like, you're searching for this. Keep your eyes peeled, because it's out there and it's coming for you. And that's kind of like just the entire vibe of this entire list of tenets. It's like, yeah, protecting your people is really important. It's probably the most important thing you can do. Don't wait for things to show up to protect your people from. Yeah, vigilance versus vigilante. Basically, yeah. And so the Purifier just, like, takes things up to, like, 100 for no reason. Quote unquote, for no reason. He has taken this shard in a region that is known to have, like, in ancient history, to have been absolutely destroyed by forces of evil in battles. And so that kind of just, like, lingered, That kind of... I want to say, like, generational trauma, almost, of, like... This shard of the god was born at a time where, like, this evil was everywhere, was pervasive. You had to seek it out and get it, or else it would get you. The world's not quite like that anymore, but that doesn't matter to him, just gotta make sure that evil's not coming back, right? Excuse me. Don't mind me and my lungs, I'm just, yeah, so that's a fun thing to explore, and I kind of like this. I like the idea of just, like, taking a set of things and just saying, here's a different perspective on them, and then exploring how they came to be and how they affect people now in the modern day. And of course, how they affect people now in the modern day, we have churches like the Alabaster Hand and the First Church of the Purifier that they put this god on a pedestal, and particularly this shard of the god that they believe is, like, the one and only. This is the one. And we have to protect our people at all cost, sort of. And so, maybe they have the people's best interests at heart. Maybe they don't. We don't know. But they are just following the tenets of their god, and that's just how it goes, right? My favorite little fantasy thing. It's like people of faith carrying out the tenets of their god. Like, to what end? Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But there's just so many avenues to explore. And yeah, so if you wanna check out the big dude, that's him. Thank you, Moobot, for reminding us where we are. And his more intense cousin. Is it really a cousin if it's still him? It's the same guy, just like a sliver of him that broke off, you know? Still the same guy. But also making separate articles for each shard lets me divide my categories like per pantheon. So I have Pantheon of the New Age, which I think I'm gonna rename. We don't know yet. And so in here we have, you know, all the incarnates whenever I make articles for them. I currently only have the 2 so far. Vasra, Atramus. But then, because we have this shard of Atramus the Purifier specifically, he's a member of the Eastwind Pantheon. So now, he has a little article under this pantheon. I don't know, I like the little... I like organizing, okay? I think organizing is great. I love categories. I just need to work with them more. But I did make the tiniest little stub for the Eastwind Pantheon. Maybe I'll expand it this year? Maybe I'll expand it some other time? I don't know. I don't have enough information ready for like a whole Pantheon article here. So I'm thinking I'll put it on pause until like the next opportunity arises. Because you never really know when a good time will be, right? But that said, I need to decide what I'm actually going to work on today. But I'm pretty thrilled looking at this progress page for this particular year. Because man, I'm not used to having like a whole list of articles that I've done for WorldEmber that I'm like excited about every one. And I'm looking at them like confidently, like this is an article that I'm not going to delete after this event. And that was kind of by design, right? I chose to write a lot of foundational articles from Alcora this year, and that's, you know, that's only a good thing. But it comes with the benefit of me looking at it and being like, ooh, I like all of these articles for once. That's really exciting. But yeah, I think today, you know, in our final push, our final days of WorldEmber, today is going to be a day all about kind of organizing, getting my bearings. You know, I took like a week-long break from doing anything. So I need to recollect myself, understand exactly where I am, what I'm trying to accomplish today, tomorrow. And in that, I would like to plan some of the artwork that I want to make to finish off some of these articles. I don't think I can illustrate every single one, but I have like a couple key pieces that I'd really like to make. I guess we can start by just kind of hopping into my primer. I'm just seeing how many pieces of art I've like slated to have in here. So we have one tall one, two. Oh, you know, I only have 2 pieces in here. That's not too bad. So I'm thinking for this first one, I might want to make some kind of little, like a cute little scene in a library. Nothing like super detailed, but just, you know, you're in a library, you're looking at books, you're doing something. Maybe it's like a picture of a tome in hand. You know, that kind of deal. And for this forward, I'd love to make a little like character portrait for the narrator. I'd love to introduce Tenelon B. Duarte. TBD. Card catalog? I don't know, maybe. Who knows? I'll have to figure something out, something that looks nice. I also, okay, you can't actually see it on the screen here because the window size. Let me just drag this all up. Oh, you can't even see it because of the because of the badge in the way. Hold on, we'll just hide that for a second. I'd also like to know exactly what line of CSS I need to add to prevent my map from going above my little secrets window. It's only the map, and I think I tried something with the z-axis, and it got, I don't know, because like I was, yeah, see, like also at the top, this little my bar up here. When I first started, I had the issue where the entire map was sitting above my header bar, but I fixed that. But now the little legend pop-up continues to be weird about it. But yeah, I probably just need to do something similar with the secrets window. Yeah, it sits behind the map, and I'd like it to not do that. So I don't know if we have any CSS wizards. Let me know. Yeah, the little zoom in and out buttons also sit in front of my header bar. I don't know, it's silly. I don't know. But you know what? I'm gonna pop open Notion so I can start taking a couple notes on what exactly I want to do. Let's open the Owlworks. I have like a whole setup and everything for all of my world building pages. I cannot speak the praises of Notion enough for like keeping lists and keeping track of basically everything in my day-to-day life. I use it to organize basically everything in my life that I could possibly hope to organize. Let's see. We will make WorldEmber 2023. Turn this into a page. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Make a page. Primer musings. Just moving a couple random things in here. I haven't really used Notion a lot, specifically during WorldEmber this year. But I've used it a small amount, so we'll just pop open this tab here. Just gonna make a page for Calixtus, hello! How are you today? Okay, so illustration goals, we'll say that. We'll make it this cute little thing. Okay, so primer. Calixtus, how are you? What are you working on this week in our final push of WorldEmber, where everything is just coming to an end? Isn't that so wild? I feel like WorldEmber only started like last week. It's just, man. Time has been a blur. Time has truly been something. Let's see, primer. We'll make to-do lists. So intro drawing. Tall proportion. Library scene. I'll finish an article for Mochi's challenge about a cute panda-looking creature. Oh! Try to write about a kingdom based on medieval Europe. Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited about the cute panda-looking little creature. That excites me. Yeah. But right now, I am just making a little, I guess, catalog of my desired illustrations that I want to make to kind of wrap up WorldEmber and to kind of prettify my articles. At least my favorites. At least my favorites of the articles. I have a lot of articles that I've kind of put placeholder images into, and so illustrating every single one is going to be kind of a tough kind of a tough call to make. I don't think I'll have time to do that exactly, but if I make a list, I can at least like pick and choose what I'm going to do. And so that's our dream. All right, and so we want character, hold on, no, for the preface section, character portrait for old Tedelin. Well, noble / royal portrait vibe. Oh, you're Bandana with New Age in another browser tab. Oh, thank you for reading. Yeah, be careful with that one. I might rename it in the next day or two. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Hey, Real Salties, how are you doing today? Hi, hello. Where's I going? So Tramus, Strength Incarnate. Yeah, we probably want. Okay, so for this article we have. Well, this one's kind of like a 2-for-1. If the image I would place here would be like the same one that I put into the Purifier article. Yeah, don't worry. I'm just saying, if you bookmark that article and you suddenly find that it doesn't exist anymore, it's because it has a new name. Like, that's all. That's all I mean to say by that. Because I know that I've had people, like, I've had people click on notifications that I've sent out or anything else and be like, huh, where'd this article go? Like, no, it's still there, I promise. I just renamed it, or I changed the URL, or just any number of things. So let's see, H3, Atramus, I'll just say Atramus in general. We don't need to specify. To-do list. Incarnate portrait. Incarnate portrait, sketch of the god. Purifier portrait. Again, sketch of the god. Light forged steel. Material / item drawing. So those are the three images that we'd kind of want to put in there. Well, see, okay, we could do that. Like, we could make portraits of the gods, or I can make like drawings of the symbol, and that'd be fun. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, I kind of want to put like. Yeah, I want to put images of this material in here. That'd be really cool. Just like a quick little drawing. Yeah. And this would be like a little preview of this shard here. You can close these articles as we go. Would a god need a portrait? The god could be anything the god wanted to be. Well, who's to say that the gods can be anything they want to be? It might be true in some worlds. Let's see. Powers of Makora. Pop this open. Divine World Spirit Ley Lines. Yeah, my if my lungs sound a little bit crunchy, many apologies. I keep trying to mute and like clear my throat, and it's just like, you did physical activity today, now you perish. But you know, that's just life, right? You just start dying. Mochi, hello. Hello, Mochi. How are you? Welcome back. Turns out I did not need to leave for long. That's good. Welcome, welcome. We're just assembling a catalog of the illustrations that I may want to do before the end of WorldEmber. And so hopefully we can get like at least a couple of these done. I would love for one of my articles to have like fully illustrated, but maybe every article is a bit too much, right? Oh, WorldEmber, not heard of that. Who's ever heard of WorldEmber, am I right? Certainly not us. I don't feel like I have better descriptions for these. Mm. I'll just do this. Capturing the general vibes of each power. I'm being serious. What is that? Oh my gosh, you actually don't know. Weird. I thought you've been here for a couple of my WorldEmber streams already. But we are working on WorldEmber as a writing challenge. Here's a link for you if you want to check that out. This is the December writing challenge held annually on World Anvil. This is a challenge where we do 10,000 words of brand new world building over the course of December. And there are prizes and raffles and community sponsors all waiting just to reward you for stuff. And yeah, TJ's here to say, aka the best challenge. I personally would vouch for summer camp as being my favorite. But yeah. So this is a world building challenge that we've been working on all month. And yeah, so you are so welcome to check that out anytime you'd like. And I'm not gonna say that it's too late, but you do have 4 days. I'll be streaming every day to the end of this event. And so you're more than welcome to come hang out while we work on our goals together. I've already hit my word count goal, so really for me it's just figuring out how to polish and prep all of my articles to just look their best towards the end of the event, which is something that I've historically never done during WorldEmber, so I'm excited to make this year my first. Reading the Pantheon, was thinking, gosh, I'd like to talk about gods, but I don't have any portrait of them aside from the prophet. Wait a second, turns out I do have a portrait of a god, yay! As a first-time judge, feel some changes to make things better. I mean, I'm sure there's always ways to make things better. Team's always open to feedback, from what I understand. Make them nice and shiny. Yes, I must make them very nice and shiny. I have to decide exactly what I want to draw and how I want to do it. Because I want things to be very simple, right? I want the drawings to be very simple so that I'm not, like, destroying myself trying to make all of them happen. But I also want them to be... I want enough effort to be put into them that it, you know, like, it just fits the theme of the world. The vibe I'd like to go for... of course, I did mention, is kind of like along this line of, like, being kind of sketch focused. Not too detailed, just not too detailed and heavy on, like, color and sketchy lines, you know? So, yeah. This style should be pretty easy to just kind of make things happen in quickly. I just need to know what I want to draw. that's kind of my my little hiccup, my primary obstacle. If I know what I want to draw, I can draw it very quickly. But if I'm sitting there trying to figure out what exactly I want the subject to be, then I'll take like 12 hours to make a very simple sketch. So it's wacky. So let's see. Let's see. Example. Person starts article on the 3rd, submits 23rd. Article does not show up at the top of the page with the other new articles, but buried down on those with the 3rd. Makes it harder to go through and find for reading. Having a check showing I read it already would be nice. See, that's the reason why I do not read articles I'm judging until the submission period is closed. Like, I don't bother, especially knowing that people are going to submit things that are works in progress. They're not going to be finished already. So even if you did already read them, it's very extremely likely that they're going to be very different by the end of the event. But of course, like, you know, judge however you want to, judge however you feel is right. But I just avoid all of those things altogether by just not looking until the very end. There's too many factors at play. And like you're saying, it's very easy to miss people. And double reading is also a thing. Let's see, if those that do not make 10K have their special prompt articles disqualified, I don't know. I think that might be up to the sponsor at that point. Maybe. I don't know. Because, like, I know for summer camp, I think it doesn't matter, like, what badge you get. And it's like, it's entirely up to the sponsors to decide, like, does this person win? Does it matter if they have the badge or not? I don't know. WorldEmber might be slightly different because it's, like, tied behind 10K, just, like, as a baseline. I don't know the answers to these things. That would be a community team kind of question. Thinking of giving more than one prize too? Well, that is entirely up to your discretion. Only one is required of you, and that is the one that you decide to give. Or that's the one that you signed up with to give. So let's see. Divine, World Spirit. Elemental Forces. Natural Earth features, but cooler. That's very vague. Yes, natural Earth features, but cooler is how I will decide the world. How I will describe the World Spirit. ley lines. Showing duality, split features. Yeah, so that's gonna be the vibe. So we'll go into ley lines. And so it's going to be per domain, basically, is how this is going to work. So I want to go in order. I don't remember exactly what I did. Okay, so we have energy, form, life, vision, and power. Energy. Life, vision, power. I think I did that in the right order. Energy, form, life, vision, power. Yeah, perfect. I had a moment there where I was like, am I sure? Where I almost wrote life second. I'm like, wait a minute. No, sir, that ain't it. Okay, so energy. Value frenzy versus I can't think of a word other than chill, so we're just gonna say chill. It's either you're frenzied or you're chill. So form, keep clicking on all the wrong tabs before I hit the right one. Duality of stone and dust. I don't know. Just finding ways to describe these things that make sense to my brain is kind of like, that's the goal here. Life. Duality of growth and decay. Let's leave it at that. Clarity and darkness. Duality of magic and void. So those are, I feel like those are going to be fun because these are kind of more conceptual in their nature. They're not going to be illustrations of anything necessarily. It's just kind of like a vibe, you know? But that'll be a lot of fun, I think, to kind of try and figure out. Having my sips. Who's next on our list? We have those powers. We can close this. We can close that for now. Leyline's powers. Vosra definitely needs an article. Not an article, an art. And I have one that I've like sketched out. Yeah. Title. What do you need a title for? Vosra. Incarnate portrait. That's kind of it that I have in here. So we'll just have to see. Fantastic. Katoy hello! Well, hello, thank you for the subscription. You're so appreciated. How are you? How are you? Welcome. What are your final goals for WorldEmber? Yeah, we're just kind of trying to figure out exactly what we want to do for the end. The end of all things. Line of Oblivion. I feel like I would love to have a piece of art in here. It's the final countdown.
Refresh
Oh,
yourselves.
and you're here with the sippies. Thank you. Oh, want to hit 25k and get some more category coverage. Ooh, you know, me too. I have like a couple other articles that I want to do, just to kind of just get a wider breadth of work. You know, I'm here to push the buttons. Yes, good, good. Pros problem. Moonlight upon Juliet balcony. Too long? I mean, I don't think that's too long. Category club. Yeah, I do kind of just want to get myself to a point where I actually have some information in all of these very, very important categories. Like, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna have anything in here. I want to see more fish in people's worlds. I need to make more fish in my world. You're absolutely right. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think I'm actually going to have anything for World Spirit this event. We'll just leave these mysterious elemental benefactors for another event. How's that? Because we are primarily working on the ley lines. Well, only one of them has an individual article. Because the ley line summary is in our introduction. Oh, and that's something I need to do. I need to put little icons. I need to put little icons on these. Because we can't be having all these primer-like articles just not have icons, right? That'd be silly. That would simply be preposterous. Yeah, I don't know. I'm very content with the icons I've chosen for the categories themselves. I don't know, the having the entire powers section, this entire set of categories be all like hand-based. That feels good. Writer's Troop with a party of 15. Oh my gosh. Hello, welcome. Welcome in, everyone. How are we doing today? Here, let me get you a little shout out. What were you guys up to today? Writing some stuff. Welcome in, all you raiders. My name is Strixline. I am a writer in the world building community. I am obsessed with World Anvil, and that is what we are doing today. We are closing off the WorldEmber challenge, so if any of you are working on that, you are more than welcome to come join us. You are also more than welcome to just work on anything else that you want to work on in this little productive chat space. And if you have no idea what WorldEmber is, allow me to introduce you. Love the music, why thank you. But here's a link for any of you who are coming in here and you don't know about World Anvil or the WorldEmber challenge. But that's what we're working on today. We are in our final 4 days, and so we're just putting together some stuff that we want to get done. How's your stream going? It is going great. Yeah, right before this stream, I carried an entire desk up 3 flights of stairs to get into my apartment, and so I'm like dying, but I'm having a good day. Got to raid and run. Absolutely. You enjoy your errands. I hope they do. I hope they go very well. You have a great rest of your stream. Thank you very much, and thank you for stopping in. Thank you for bringing your community to me. Goodbye. And yes, anyone coming in from that raid, you are more than welcome to just hang out, lurk. You're also welcome to go somewhere else. You're strong from all the rock climbing. Oh, Katoipo, I have to break it to you. I have been really slacking on the gym lately, and so I do not feel quite as strong as I should be. But I will say, the fact that I go at all definitely helped me not break my spine trying to carry that thing up there. I had some help. I did have some help, and even with the help, it was a horrendous experience. Oh, she was heavy. But I got the desk inside. I got her. We're good to go. That's a really good thing. But yeah. Categories. I have a couple things. You did the thing. Yeah, now the thing that I have to do is actually assemble it and make sure it works. Cause like I'll be honest, neither the delivery people nor us getting this thing into my apartment were particularly gentle with it. And because this is a standing desk, you know, there's some moving parts. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. I did not get this from IKEA. Indeed, they did not have the style of desk that I would have wanted. I'm sorry, I'm just like looking at the giant box sitting in the middle of my living room right now. But yeah, we'll get there. Havoc with the 2 gifties, thank you. Oh, mystery gift sub. Was it actually supposed to be a mystery? Because both Twitch and Moobot have identified you. No, thank you very much for the gift subs. Much appreciated. Ah, you dare give me gifties and then bonk me? How dare you? Oh, the stretch is much appreciated though. I am. Whew. I'm having a time. I'm having a moment. Oh. Thank you. Not only did you come in here first, grab that little firsty. I needed that stretch too, yeah. Oh, it's tough out there. It's tough out there when you sit like a shrimp on the regular. It's nice. Sometimes you just need to... You just need to worship the sun sometimes. But no, it's all good. We all stretched. Good. Good. That's what we need. Just if you redeem a shrimp check on this channel, you need to stretch as well. And everyone else needs to stretch with you. Let's see. Are these like all of the illustrations that I want? Also stretched? Good. Fantastic. I'm just gonna, yeah, whatever. Add to dictionary. Maybe I shouldn't have added that to dictionary because I actually just spelled it wrong. We can add that to dictionary. I feel like this is just the creator's kind of dilemma. Is every time you come up with a name for something, anything at all, just add to dictionary. Stop telling me that I wrote this wrong, because I did not. I assure you I did not. And we're gonna add that to dictionary, because that's one word in my world. So I mean, yeah, like this is fewer pieces than I thought I had just like scattered as placeholders, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces. 14 little illustrations that I would really like to get done. Or, you know, I'd really like to. my priorities, I'm going to say, going to be the primer. Hmm. You know what? I kind of want. I don't know. It's really tough to decide now because I'm thinking I definitely want the primer ones to be done by the end of the event. Like those are kind of my number ones. Will make you green. Yeah, those will be kind of my big ones. And I'd really, really like to get these ley line ones done too. That would be really nice. We'll put these here at the top. And what I'd like to do second, we'll make this blue because I think it's a good color. I'd like to do the Atramus ones as well. But now I'm also thinking about it, and I kind of want the Powers article to be done with like slightly more precedence than this. No, we'll change this color. Make this one purple. At this point, they're gonna be in order, but I'm going to separate them by color regardless. So if I can illustrate my primer and the ley lines article by the end of the event, that'd be fantastic. That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool. If I get all of those done and situated, I would also like to do the Powers of Malcor article, where I just summarize the Divine, the World Spirit, the ley lines, and some nice, pretty watercolor kind of art. And then Atramus and Vossra will have portraits of our gods. And that'd be pretty cool, because I already have like kind of a very loose sketch that I'd like to do of Vossra. I just have to pretty it up, make the lines actually, you know, what they should be, and color it in. And that's, I'm not going to say it's basically done, but it's basically done already. I just need to digitize it and make it, you know, a proper piece of artwork. But it's kind of like, it's kind of low on my priorities right now. Yes, these two articles, the ley lines and the primer, those are two different articles, but they have seven artworks in total. So we'll see how that goes. I need to do a tiny little spot of character design, because I do want to make the character portrait for the narrator of the primer. But other than that, it's pretty open. It's pretty open overall. I feel like I'm at risk of overwhelming myself very slightly. So we're just gonna take things really, really slow and quiet. We're just going to relax. We're gonna take things easy. We'll get a little bit more writing done. I don't think I'm going to jump into art until tomorrow. But tomorrow may be one of my first art streams in a very long time. Taking it easy is the best, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey Tenshi, hello. Thank you for presenting the beans. How are you doing today? Yes, art streams. Yeah, it has been a very long time since I've actually sat down and done art on a stream. I feel like it's been months, honestly. We need to bring back the arts. We need to bring that back. I feel like I've just been too stressed out to do art lately. But you know, new year, new me, right? We're gonna do more art next year, I hope. I hope. But yeah, because you know, like we already finished our word count goal, like I said. So we don't need to worry about how much we're writing anymore. We don't need to worry about how much we're writing anymore. We can just illustrate, we can just draw, we can figure things out, we can get some vibes going. It'll be great. First streams I watched of yours were already farting. It was great fun. Yeah. Yeah, listen, some of the most fun I've had on stream was me making silly little birds. Silly little birds on stream. Oh my gosh, can I tell you guys how excited I am that my Bestiary February article was actually in the World Anvil Top 100 list that they made? That's exciting. Like I know, like I think I had a couple entries on that list, but they were all like pledge articles, you know, and those things get shared around a lot. So I was like, oh yeah, it's, you know, it's really cool that those are on there, but the birds, the birds, that was exciting to me. I love them. I loved the birds. In fact, let's go look at the birds. It's been a very long time since we've looked at them. Are they still on my front page? I think they are. They are. And so here we are. And yes, it was during my birthday month. So, of course I had to make burbs for my bird day. Looks delightful. Thank you for letting us raid. Yeah, absolutely. Gotta go. Have a lovely rest of your day. You too. And thank you for stopping in. Thank you for saying hello. And thank you for being so gosh darn nice. Yeah, we have the gilded pigeon. I love them. And hint about the gilded pigeon, there is a certain other bird that I want to write about before the end of WorldEmber that has a similar name, but is of a different species. But we'll get to that soon. The moss swallow. These are angry little creatures. I love them. The red lace. The red lace, they're really cool. These were just born from my love of the red-winged blackbird. You had 4 entries of Ellen geography lessons on there too. Oh, true. Yeah, actually, that is on there. I just remembered that. Yeah, because I think like this article has 30 likes, and that's like one of my most liked anythings ever. And so thank you everyone who has dropped by to put a like on that. I really appreciate that. It's one of those numbers, it's like, how did I even manage this? Yeah, the like spread on these kind of all over the place, but 30 for my first one? Oh. Yeah, we got the Gorin Puffin. I love puffins. You managed it by being great. Oh, stop. The Pines Pheasant. I love this thing. It's so shiny. Wait, oh, I love that puffin. That's such a good emote. Oh, and this one, this little guy right here, for the stinky prompt. The sea scamp, our beloved creature. This little guy, this guy needs a feature-length article one day. I don't think I have the time, like during this WorldEmber, to give it like the time and attention that he deserves. But he deserves a feature-length article where I write so many things about this creature and his terrible, terrible, stinky habits. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. It's a crime that this small snippet of writing is the only information my world has on these creatures. We'll change that one day. We'll make it happen. We gotta do it for Mochi. And the brine shear. This is a good like meaty bird. And by meaty I mean like they're beefy. Like they're kind of You heard your name? Yeah. We were talking about our favorite guy. We were talking about our favorite little dude. This terrible little creature that I love so much. And I was saying, we need to make a feature-length article for this guy. Just an entire essay on the sea scamp. I'm saying, we gotta make it happen. In Mochi's name. We gotta do it. And this little creature here. I love this little baby creature. Yes, so this elegant burb is the symbol of the monarchy of Arsavella that unfortunately is no longer present that we know of. They are very beautiful, but they also like to scream. Oh, the ads striking right in the middle of my birddom. How could this happen to me? Disgusting. Disgusting. Look at this little guy. He's little. He's small. Just, yeah, I made 3 different owls. And this horrible thing. I know I skipped over a couple things, but like this thing. Oh my god. Yeah, it's the Reedling owl is as close to waterfowl as an owl can get. Yeah, snake burb. Absolutely terrible creature. You do not want to cross paths with him. But yes, the great bearded owl. Beautiful. His luscious white beard. And he's big. And he's got like that 1,000-yard stare that like he's seen some stuff. He's seen some stuff that he really should not have seen. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it is when you're a bird. You see things. Anyway. And the pinnate hummer. This is one of my little magical creatures. Yeah, he has war flashbacks. Yeah, this tiny little magical creature. I love it. It's very cute. And the coil goose, of course. This is native to the caldera in the west. And, you know, knowing that creatures like this already canonically exist in this area of the world, I simply cannot wait until I find the time to delve into that region of my world. But yeah, they're known for their strange coiled necks, and they will attack by swinging their heads wildly as weapons. So, just throwing it around, you know? And you know, the coil flamingo, now that you mention it, and Google is trying to tell me that I'm spelling things wrong, but no, I know what I'm about. I realize now that this bird has a very strong resemblance to this thing with its weird knotted neck. Flamigo. Yeah, its long serpentine neck tied into a knot at its base. And yeah, it is said that Flamigo ties its neck into a knot to keep the energy inside its belly from escaping. So essentially, I accidentally made a goose that is, I'll call it the Malcoran Flamigo. We got a regional variant, there we go. The Malcoran Flamigo, whose knot came undone, and all of the energy from inside that little body is now coming out, and it's everyone else's problem. It has made its energy everyone else's problem. And there we go. I knew Melkor was secretly a Pokemon region. That'd be so fun, actually. I feel like that'd be awesome. It's just a who. If I just start making Pokemon, fan Pokemon. I mean, honestly, these last 2 could very well be Pokemon designs, I feel like. This little leaf hummingbird. Honestly, it's kind of a crime that it hasn't happened yet already. But here we go. We got a flying grass type. And this thing... Flying fighting. This thing will fight you on sight. Without a doubt. No questions. This thing is just... It's hands on sight. my first thought was also going to be flying dark, because this thing's just like a demon in bird form. I don't know, I feel like making a fighting type goose is just really funny. Wait, hold on. It literally is just a regional variant, because this thing is flying fighting. It's hands on sight. It's hands on sight. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah. So that's our regional variant. Flamigo. It's coil goose instead. But yeah, I love this article. I was hoping it would show me the number. Just clicked on that so I can get back into here. Oh, hold on, I want to bring back my WorldEmber badge. Just put that back on the screen, just so everyone knows where it is. I want a pet coil goose. I feel like, okay, if anyone in this world could have a coil goose as a pet and not, like, die in the process, I feel like it would be Mochi. Either Mochi in real life or the character in A to Zoo. You just need to find all the things that the coil goose likes. Just weasel your way into its good graces. And there you go. Suddenly life is good. And I am getting struck heavily with the big sleepies. So, if I start powering down over the next half hour, be not afraid. I promise you there's not a coil goose in my apartment as we speak, keeping me at goose point. I was gonna say gunpoint, but goose is scarier. Let's see, yeah, the Cevelin birds had 37 likes, which is only 7 more. Blink twice if the bad goose is in the room? No, how'd that even happen? That's not possible. The goose is something that I just made up. It's not real. I wish I could like articles twice. Honestly, same. They should feature request adding a secondary like button that adds a second like count. So if you want to like an article twice, you can. So, Demetrius, I hope you're writing this down. Yes. It'd be so cool to see who revisits articles, though. Yeah, it would be. Like, even if there was just like a tiny little button that was like, this user stopped by again and decided to say hello. You know? It's like a tiny little button you can press to like notify the author, like, hey, I'm back and I love this article. Still. Again. A second time. A third time. A 16th time. I feel like that would need to be on like a cooldown. I feel like it'd be very easy for people to like abuse that. But you know. Who knows? We'll see. Let's get like a couple words in. We'll just pick an article. Find something that we want to do. You know, let's find 50 more words that we can toss into Vosra the New Dawn. Seems like a good way to go about things. Cool. So we'll just casually type away. We'll throw some words in here and there. Things are being weird, not quite loading. I don't know. No, it's fine. It's fine. So I want to add some kind of note about shards. Because I feel like the Dango, hello. Hello, how are you? Welcome, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. We've picked one article from our list and we are just going to add whatever words come to mind. Funky, yeah. I don't know, I guess I just need to see how I did this. Hmm. So we just we just outlined like the shards section in a very dramatic way, and like we're gonna keep that vibe going. Fractured Hope, Shards of Vosra. That's our little section that we're gonna work on now. And so I suppose I will talk you through some of the concepts that are just kind of floating around in my brain right now, revolving around Vosra and kind of how she works. I want this to be kind of a situation where she is very much kind of globally known to be like the hope incarnate. And so I feel like a lot of people across different pantheons would just worship her like as she is, as her whole. But maybe additional shards of her still continued to form. And they're worshipped kind of as like lesser forms of her. And not lesser in that like they're less important, but lesser as in like they're smaller, they're fragments of her. And so these would be the ones that kind of appear in regional pantheons that are a little bit more specific, a little bit more tailored to the people around. But most people do kind of just worship Vazra as she is, as she was, as the incarnate, which is less common than the other gods. Only because she has this wide renown as being like the mother of everything. So we'll see. We'll find a way to put that into words that make sense, and then if they stop making sense when I look at them again tomorrow or another day, we'll just rewrite them. we'll just find some new things to say about it, right? I think that's how the writing process goes. Just figure it out as you go. Decide how things work, and then if they don't work, That's a tomorrow problem. And that, my friends, is how to WorldEmber. You just write stuff, whether it makes sense or not, and you just hope it makes sense tomorrow. Like many of the other incarnates. Hope incarnate. The shards of the goddess to appear. Around the world. That's actually kind of a good tip. Always try to work things out as I write, then never get any words down. I turn my brain off. There's tons of writing I can just refine. Exactly. Exactly. That's why writing sprints and just like brain dump sessions are really awesome. It's just you get all those words out. You kind of like you untangle them from the recesses of your brain, put them onto that piece of paper, you know, virtual or physical, your choice. And then, rather than having to pick apart your own thoughts and contradictions and all these other things that are just kind of like a mess inside of your own brain, you have a concrete collection of words that you can pick apart and say, yeah, this works. This doesn't quite work. I can refine it in this, that, and this other way. But if you don't write any of it down in the first place, you don't really get to have that step. You just kind of sit inside your own brain and go, huh, how do I make this entire thing work all at once? It's a very hard thing to do. It's a very difficult thing to manage. Yeah, so here we'll say, unlike many of the other incarnates, Vasra is most often worshipped as her whole self, as Hope incarnate, though shards of the goddess do appear in pantheons around the world. I have not invented any of these shards yet, so we're not actually going to see any in this article quite yet. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. As such is common. As such is common to see the worship of multiple forms of Vasra. Common to see worship of multiple forms of Vasra among different cultures. Simultaneous worship of multiple forms of Vasra among different cultures. I'll say throughout different cultures. That just seems to flow a tiny teensy bit better. Cool, and that put us above 1,000 in this article, which is really nice. Let me see what I wrote here. I wrote more shards of the incarnates are being discovered with time. That's just me saying, hey, I haven't written this yet. Don't bully me. So we just pop open this article, and here we are. We got Vostra's tenets. We got some of her worshippers talking about the Church of Dawn. I'm just introducing the concept of shards of Vostra and what that looks like. No bullying of line. Yeah, see, I think I achieved basically every single goal that I originally set out for during this WorldEmber. Which means all the things that I told you guys to bully me about, I no longer need to be bullied about. So indeed, this is a no bully zone. I am pretty content with everything that I've accomplished this month. And that, on its own, is, I think, the biggest reward I will receive all month. Huzzah! It's like, oh, the feeling of satisfaction in your own work and your own process. Why is it so uncommon? Why is this such an uncommon thing that it needs to be celebrated? But celebrate I will. I will take this opportunity to celebrate the things that I've done and the things that I've achieved. And so, yeah, okay. So yeah, that's one thing that I wanted to do.
yourselves.
Celebratory sips. Sip, sip, hooray! Oh. Fantastic. And you know, in Pantheon of the New Age, let's see, did I write about... Yes, I did. Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like in the future, as I find more shards to add to this article, we're probably gonna want to really tone down how much information is in here, or at least I don't know. I could hide them behind like a spoiler, perhaps. I mean, I could do that now. I don't know. But I just wanted to make sure that I actually wrote about the shards in here. So we're gonna add a couple more things here, maybe a couple containers, make things a little spicier. I just kind of we're gonna close all these extra articles. The extra tabs in particular. It's the tabs that are killer. Because I always have just like 12,000 of them open at the same time. Yeah, kinda... Yeah, I'll accept that. We'll add this section. I hope that's the code. There we go. Let's put a little kite icon there for the Eastwind Pantheon. That just feels right. That just feels good. It's also the icon that I used for the actual article. So that just kind of makes sense. Let's link Eastwind Pantheon. Fire. Blah, blah, blah. Get rid of that. We just have like a bunch of links that we never made. Or I think no, it's because the articles didn't exist back then. Because we only recently separated the primary Atreus article from the purifier. So yeah. And so the Eastwind Pantheon is a stub that maybe I'll expand in the future. Or, you know, I will in the future, but maybe during this event. We don't know yet. We'll see. And here we have these two gods. Now I need to think about this, because I want to rename this article so badly. Because I don't want to call them a pantheon. I kind of just want to refer to them as, like, incarnates. Because they're a lot... There's not going to be, like, a people in my world who worship, like, this pantheon. The gods in this category will appear in different pantheons as, like, shards of themselves for the most part. Though there will be people, of course, kind of like how in Vajra's case, they will worship the incarnate, just as they are. But they're not technically, like, part of that pantheon. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Ba 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 ba. So I could just say incarnates of the New Age. I kind of just want to get, like, the word pantheon out of here, that's all. Incarnates of the New Age. Change the URL slug so it doesn't save weird. Looks good to you? Heck yeah. Like, it does look pretty good to me. I'm just wondering, like, does it look too long? I don't know. I'll change the header section. First of the gods. There we go. Rather than saying first pantheon, just first of the gods. First of Malcora's gods. That sounds... chef's kiss. That sounds a little better. Yeah, there we go. Cool, cool. Oh, I don't think I included this one. We can close the Flamigo one. We can close the Flamigo tab. Yeah, I actually didn't include it on here. Incarnates / to do. I really don't know what image I would put here. I feel like I would just borrow Vajra's portrait if I actually end up making it. I feel like it would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool to have kind of like a group art situation where I draw like a representation of all the incarnates and such and such. But I currently have 5 incarnates. I feel like I want there to be more, but I'm not sure. Not 100% sure yet. I feel like 5 is just like a good number. for like the starting point. Because it all just like balloons outward from there. Because then there's like descendants of different gods, there's shards of the different gods, there's like everything else. I feel like 5 is like the baseline is pretty good. And any power that they do not command themselves will be something that's in the hands of the world spirit or in the ley lines. So it's not so much about being an all-encompassing power. It's more of just like, these are the powers that were born from humanity. And just given power, given life in some way. So it doesn't need to be everything. It's just like a good handful of things. So I'm just gonna write down exactly what I'm thinking. I don't know, bro. We'll figure it out. I don't know, man. Yeah, we'll make that pink, because I just have no idea. Dawn of the Elder. Oh my gosh, I am just getting bombarded with all the raids today. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for bringing your community over my way. How are you? Welcome, welcome in. What were you working on today? A little shout out. Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's fun. But hey, how are you? Aloha! Aloha to you too. How are you? On Satrium, hello. Greetings, greetings. We are planning and plotting for our final week of WorldEmber. Isn't it crazy that that's just happening now? Oh, shh, don't tell Lana to do that. It is okay. Listen, we're polystreamers in this house. I will be actively streaming and I will have my friend streams up in the background. I will have a friend stream, several friend streams on in the background while I just live my life. There is no judgment here. Yeah, December just went whoosh and gone. Yeah, for real. For real. We just finished a flight from Pittsburgh to Martha's Vineyard. Ooh. That's pretty cool. But yeah, December has just flown on by. Don't even know how this happened. I feel like WorldEmber started last week. Not that it's ending this week. Ooh. Yeah. And yeah, this year has both flown by and dragged butt. It's been quite the year. But look at us. We're all here. We're all living and we're all doing what we can. I've had, I would argue, one of the most difficult years, I think, in recent times. But I feel like I'm coming out on top, at least, for the most part. I have a lot of things in my life that are going really well, like really spectacularly well. Some other things that are kind of like on the downturn, but that's okay. It's all good. But again, that's life, right? So what else can we do? What else can we hope to do besides spending our days with people that we love hanging out with, doing things we love hanging out with, writing, drawing, planning world domination, and also talking about weird geese. That was a fun one from today. And so where are we exactly? Yes, we are finishing up just a couple edits on this other article. World domination? I'd settle for my family listening to me. That's fair. That's fair. Just you know, honestly, I don't actually know how to help you with that one. That's a tough one. Yeah, we are touching up our article about the incarnates of the New Age. It's just got a fancy new rename. I never left. Oh, well, hello, Mochi. Hello. Yeah, Mochi, check out this freshly renamed article that you've already seen, I think. Probably, more than likely. This is the article that I've kind of shared around, I think, the most. Not sure exactly. Ooh, a thing! Yeah, this article has not changed very much. It's just, maybe I will make all of these instead of having it be a list. Unfortunately, though, I think dismantling the list is going to take a lot of words off of this article. But what can you do? What can you do? So let's see. We're just gonna... I know I, like, just sent you this article, but I think I'm about to break a lot of stuff. So, you know, just tune in at any time to see a completely destroyed bulleted list. Because I kind of just want to put all of these into little containers. We'll just... we'll do both of these. Container. I am struggling to like type things. I kind of like the way that this breaks things up a little bit more rather than just having a list. The list makes it seem like it's just a bunch of notes. But this makes me feel like I got sections, you know? And so that'll just make me feel better. How many words do we lose? Oh, actually, not many. But yeah, here they are. So we have Vostra, Atreus, Javor, Iteldra, Mirand. Tall guy needs a nap. I'm off, gang. Happy words, and thank you for the raid. You enjoy your nap. I am not far behind you in that regard. Oh, it's almost time for me to go take a nap too, so see you later, Kahuna. I'm just gonna figure some stuff out here. I'm just curious if this will work. Uh oh. I don't think oh yeah, okay. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, it's because I'm silly. There she goes. There we go. That's better. Change this to an H2. See, what I really need to do, actually, is I need to make more icons for my gods. Because I only have these two. But isn't that so much more exciting than the bulleted list that I had before? I just need to make I just need to make them for Javor, Iteldra, and Mirand. Icons for gods. Yeah, it's just like I imagine like it's their holy symbol, you know, so they'd have little this is what they would display in places. um but see, I've opened up another like conundrum can of worms, world builder's disease kind of deal. Do the different shards have different icons? Do the shards have different icons? um that's something to consider. Or are the gods going to have like the same symbol across all of their shards? I don't know. Like, are they going to have different holy symbols? Are they going to have different color associations? Or like, I feel like I don't want to differentiate them that much. So colors would probably I'd want to keep the colors the same maybe. Or if I change one, I'll keep the other the same. You know, maybe they'll have the same holy symbol, but they'll have different color associations depending on the shard. It'll be like regional, it'll be belief based. Yeah. I don't know, I guess I don't know, I could put under incarnates um I could put under incarnates making some more icons. That way lies madness. I know it does. I know it does. But then I'm like, but it could be pretty cool, right? And that's where it all goes downhill. You start looking at ideas and being like, but it could be pretty awesome. And then you realize, oh, I actually have to do all of that work though. Like I have to physically make it happen. Like it's not just going to spawn into existence. Support icon, Teldra icon, and Mirand icon. Those would be pretty cool. And down the rabbit hole it goes, 100%. 100%. But yeah, I'm glad we could just, I'm glad I could just invent this formatting out of nowhere. That's pretty good. So yeah, what I'd like to do for this article as well, of course we have a placeholder image here. I'd love to get some kind of artwork in here. Like I could steal it from any of the other gods in this pantheon once I actually go get around to making them. I could just use, if I make the divinity art, I could just pop it over into here too and just reuse it. I feel like that'd be pretty fun. Yeah, it is looking pretty good in my humble opinion. And yeah, if these are all of the gods in this pantheon, if we're just gonna stick with the 5, that'd be pretty fun. And then down here we'll go into like the shards of each. Once I actually get around to developing my other, like my regional pantheons, then more of like the shards of each god will appear here. For now, we just have the one. We have the one little guy, because I haven't fully developed the Eastwind pantheon yet. And so we'll have the shards of the we'll have the shards of the incarnates. Those will be included in each regional pantheon, plus like lesser deities that are kind of born of them. And I'm kind of excited to jump into like creation myths and just like the stories of how certain gods came to be in the world. That'll be a lot of fun. Because everything kind of like traces back to Vasra, but not like directly, not 100%. I don't know. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. There's a lot to do. These creation myths are fun. A very deep rabbit hole, 100%. Ah, but it's so fun. Like, it's just, I think my favorite thing about being a world builder is that you kind of never run out of things to do. And the more wild ideas you come up with, the less likely it is that you'll ever run out of things to do. Yeah, is there just one myth? Are there multiple? Do people even know exactly what happened? Are there similarities? Exactly. Exactly. There will be creation myths within the same pantheon of gods, but just like, it's two regions away, so they have a kind of different understanding of how things happened. And how does it influence other myths? Yes. How does it influence other myths? And are people fighting over which myth is correct? Exactly. Oh. Do people have such wildly conflicting ideas around these myths that that people who worship the exact same gods just have completely wildly different ideas? I wrote an article about summoning Santa, and another about the naughty barrel men yesterday. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you may have gone down this rabbit hole recently, I can tell. But no, your gods are so dope. I've been taking a lot of inspiration from your like write-ups about your gods and like your Pantheon article. It's like, it's really cool. And so I'm just trying to work out my own lore. Like my lore for my gods has changed tremendously from day one of WorldEmber to today. And seeing other people do really, really sick stuff with their gods. Like you, like Sunny Bird Boy as well. I know Sunny Bird Boy did a ton of awesome gods recently. Nabbing these ideas, heck yeah. Might have to go update a handful of articles after writing about those gods. I've kind of, I don't know, I feel like I'm resigned to the fate of kind of like the understanding that I have a lot of old articles that I need to rewrite. To the point where like I'm just going to create brand new articles. And anything that kind of like stands in the way of those brand new articles, they're just gonna get deleted. And if they become relevant again in the future, I will make new ones with all the proper, correct information. On the other hand, what stops me making multiple explanations canon? True. Very true. Two people can believe very different things, and they can both be right. Funny how that works. So they can both be right, but they could also both be right for reasons that they don't even understand. Like the things that tie their beliefs together could be like the most wild, random, minute detail of a sliver of a something. And like they would never see it coming. It's like how would these two very different belief systems possibly be correct at the same time? Well, funny how that works. No, I don't know. I just really love the topic, like the subject of faith in fantasy. It's just so fun. Cuz like faith in general, like even in the real world, it's a very messy thing, right? There are a lot of different faiths, a lot of different ways that people see things, a lot of ways that people worship, a lot of ways that people perceive themselves, their place in this world, all of these other things. But when you start approaching it from like the subject of world building, suddenly like you as the writer have a lot of control over these things. And it's very easy to fall into the way of into this way of thinking of how, like, oh, but in the real world we have like pretty concrete like religions and things, and like, no, we don't. We don't know what we're doing. Everything's just all over the place. Oh, it's no flavor. Oh, listen, we all start somewhere, right? We all start somewhere. But yeah, writing about faith and fantasy is like such a great way to put chaos into your world, but also to put order into your world at the same time. Exploring people's similarities, but also exploring their differences, exploring their beliefs, the things that matter to them, and also exploring how they take those beliefs and the things that matter to them to absolute extremes. And that can help them, it can harm others, it can help others. It just invites so many different interactions to think about, to consider. And trying to weave that web in a way that doesn't become fully tangled into a gigantic ball that you can barely pick any details out of is very difficult. It's a hard thing to do. Yeah, any belief, no matter how well intended, if taken to the extreme, will probably not turn out well. Exactly. And that's exactly some of the issues that we have with Atreus the Purifier. This shard of Atreus who is all about protecting your home and your loved ones. Making sure that the forces of evil do not come and take those things from you. Where Atreus himself, very, very strong, very powerful, well-intentioned god, imbuing his followers with strength that they may live to fight another day, the Purifier takes that to an extreme. And one could argue, like, still, he's talking about fighting evil, protecting your home, making sure that there's order so that everything doesn't fall into disarray. But then you have churches like the Alabaster Hand who are like, well, in order to maintain order, we need to cut down every obstacle that's in our way. Because anything that is trying to stand in the way of us achieving order must be evil. Right? And so there's just one example of how overzealous faith makes things bad. But yeah, it's all about how you push. Like this god is not evil. In fact, he wants to fight evil. But he is not able, like the gods of Malkora aren't necessarily beings who come down and fight with the people. They imbue the people with the strength of their domain. So if the people seek to dispel evil, it is the evil that they perceive that will be the target of this god, essentially. And so it makes a lot of room for things to be messy. Yeah, if you push law and order too far, you'll end up at tyranny. Exactly. I barely touch on faith and religion in my world because I'm scared to do it wrong. 2024, I'll try my best to focus a bit more on things. Plus, magic's my main focus in the world next year. Ooh! Some mochi magic? Mochi Magic 2024. I love it. Yeah, like I'm really trying to focus on my magic systems and all of these things. But who knows what 2024 will be for me? Who knows? I don't know. We still have several days of this year. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, shall we? Just so much to do, so much to think about. Oh goodness. But all right. It is I will say, hello, it is me, it is my face. I think it is about time we close today's episode. Yeah, it's days until 2024. Ah! I think it's about time that we close today's episode of the final rush of WorldEmber 2023. I hope you guys got some good work done today, or found some inspiration from all the chats that we had. I know I am feeling a lot of inspiration surrounding pantheons and gods and traditions and myths and interactions with different peoples. Been fun to co-work? Yes, absolutely.
Refresh
100%.
yourselves.
Oh, the sips! The sips! Oh, why, thank you, thank you. I have to write a few myths, methinks. Heck yes, absolutely. So let me see what we're going to do right now. You know, we just, hold on. I think Twitch is lying to me right now. Wait just one gosh darn minute, what's going on here? Sorry, I'm just like, I'm trying to look for a person to raid that I know is online right now. There we go. I mentioned Sunny Bird Boy while I was talking about my gods and faiths as being one of my inspirations for this WorldEmber. And so, yeah, looks like they're doing some coding and such. Maybe some CSS, I'm not sure. 100%. So we're gonna go hang out with Sunny Bird Boy. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna get this raid started. Yes, everyone make sure you get your sips. In fact, grab your sippies. Go world build, everyone. Go do whatever makes you happy. And I hope you have the loveliest of lovely days. I will be live again tomorrow. We will be doing more WorldEmber, perhaps even some WorldEmber art. I invite you to join my Discord server if you want to keep up with all of us and the wacky zany things that we like to do around here. And if not, I will just see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We will do more of this, more of arts, more of other things. I don't know, we'll see. But thank you everyone. Thank you everyone who raided in, stuck around, had little chats. Thank you everyone who joined in early. And because I went on another little spiel, again I will say, grab your sippies, go world build, go do what makes you happy, and go say hello to Sunny Bird Boy with our raid chat of Bird Raid! I will see you guys tomorrow. Farewell.